Hey, shooting this in the afternoon today. My cat, whom I love, woke me up a little bit earlier than I would have liked. So I was up at 5 o'clock. And you know how that goes, right? In an ideal world, you pop up, right? Jump into your workout, take advantage of the extra hour. But I think, like most people, I said, you know what, let me try to get that hour of rest in before realizing that I was too wired to even do that. So you jump on YouTube or other form of entertainment and you kill off an hour, and by 7 o'clock you're kind of drowsy because you woke up so early. Um, Sleep pattern interrupted. So I'm having one of those days where a little bit foggy but effective. I wanted to get on here to shoot a video. I don't put as much expectation on this. This is kind of like a vlog when I feel like it type of thing. But I was inspired, so here I am. Here we are. Any major updates? Got my suit. I have to try it on. I didn't do that yet, and see where I'm at, weight wise. I think it fits, but I might just have to take up the what do you call that? The pants leg a little bit so that it sits on the shoe the right way. So I might have to take care of that. But other than that, in terms of some miscellaneous things, everything's falling into place. Everything's doing well. How am I feeling? I am feeling good. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I got my to-do list down. I'm checking things off. I'm feeling in order. Right. When I'm feeling in order, I feel good. So let's jump into today's topic. Provided the extra time. Right. We're shooting this a little bit later. I had a little while to think about some potential topics, and I had about 3 by the time I was setting up today's equipment. And as I was doing that, I popped up Instagram, and I saw that today is April 22nd, Earth Day, and immediately an idea went in my mind that said, "Hey, maybe you should do your video on Earth Day." Right? By that time, I already had a topic that I wanted to go with. But then the thought, maybe you should do it on Earth Day came, and I said immediately, no, right? Like I shot it down as quickly as it went up. But then I thought about it some more as I was beginning to press record, and I said, you know what? Maybe let's look at that as a challenge and an opportunity, right? To add some range to this. So here we are, talking about Earth Day, right? Talking about the Earth in general. So, provided that, the question of the day is the Earth special? Is the Earth special? I think that is an interesting question and a fair one. I think as human beings, we might, on a knee-jerk reaction, give a very biased answer, and I think that's fair. But is the Earth special, right? As you think about it through our human lens, right, as inhabitants of Earth, but also look at it universally, right? Our place in the universe, this cold, expansive place. I'm more of a casual watcher of our interplanetary efforts, right? So you look at what NASA's doing or has consistently been doing with Mars. I think I saw something recently that they flew a helicopter. They have a helicopter-like device on Mars. I do remember when they launched that. It was another excavation unit that they sent out there, but attached to it is a helicopter that's that's a little bit more agile, and that's a huge achievement because the probes that we've been sending, or the excavation units, I don't know the technical name for them. They get a lot of sand in the wheel units, and that kind of gets them caught up a lot of the time. So we'll spend all this time building it, all this money sending it out, only for it to get stuck in a ditch. So the fact that we have a helicopter-like unit out there is a huge achievement. We just have to be considerate of the different weather patterns. But driving a little bit more to the question, is the Earth special? I think it is. What I find fascinating about the Earth is, number one, its biodiversity. The Earth is very rich in different elements, right? From the North Pole all the way to the depths of the ocean. For some odd reason, right, some special reason, you can find life, right? More than that, you can find tangible life, right? Something with some weight to it. You find fish, you find different forms of jellyfish, right? We've all seen that picture of that. It's called an anglerfish, I think, and it has the light on its head, right? It's been in a bunch of movies and cartoons, but anywhere you go, just about on Earth, you'll find some type of life, from something as large as a human being to even microorganisms. So there's this great range of life here on Earth, right? And so life here on Earth has a great flexibility that I think is very unique, particularly in our solar system, where we have yet to see that. So I think that's very fascinating. I think that's something that's noteworthy, because other planets in themselves aren't special, right? We know there's hundreds of thousands, millions, billions of planets, so planets aren't special. But with Earth in particular, relative to our peer planets here in the solar system, where those planets also have a different variety of weather patterns, terrain, you don't see any life, right? There is no biodiversity there on any level, on any range. And again, I think that's noteworthy too, right? No matter where you go on any other planet, you don't see life. Not one piece of it. And when I kind of think about the universe, I think about it as this great story that we're only on page one of. We're like page one, sentence one, right? It's like whenever we get some progress, we find out we're kind of too late to the party, right? Like Mars. We were hoping to find some type of life, and by the time we got there, we see that there was evidence of water on Mars, but it just finished up. It just dried up. So now we have to go to the next one. Like, we're kind of behind a little bit, so we're kind of playing catch up in a sense. But again, the fact that Earth is able to house and host such a diversity of life, I think is something notable. Now, we have to also understand, to play devil's advocate, the fact that our perspective on particularly like distance, right? Like we go, the universe is, or our solar system is huge within itself. But our concept of distance is very biased, right? So what might seem like a long way to us, right? We think of like, Earth to Mars is such a long trek, a long journey, particularly with our, probes that we send out. We think of that as a long trek. But when we're talking about the universe, again, the ever expansive universe, maybe those few couple of years is nothing. Right? Maybe that distance, I don't want to use years because time, I believe, is something that, we created. But that distance is nothing. Right? So maybe, let's say we do find life, right, many billions of miles away. Maybe that's a pretty short distance, right? If we think about it in a universal sense, right, and how distant things are. So I also have to keep that in mind, that sensitivity that, our definitions of things, particularly when it comes to distance, is very limited and very biased. One can say, well, maybe the instruments that we use to discover or try to discover life is very limited. And to a certain extent, that's fair. But the fact of the matter is, we're only using instruments that, if the shoe is on the other foot, we'll be able to locate us. So just a couple things to think about. I think in so many ways the Earth is special. In so many ways the Earth is unique. To be quite honest, it's the best we got. Right? I think Elon and Bezos and a few other people might have something to say about that in the coming years. But this is something that we have to protect, something that we have to safeguard. I remember in 2014, there was a climate march that I took part in there was a number of issues that people were protesting for, anti-fracking and different things. I think it was a movie that came out. I forgot the name of that movie, but it was one of those that kind of shifted or heightened awareness of everything that was going on and its effect on Earths and different environments. And I think it was that documentary where like the person cut on their kitchen hose and like gasoline came out. Inconvenient Truth, maybe, I don't know, but nonetheless, I do think the Earth is a special place that we have to protect, we have to safeguard, even as we in our ambitious selves seek to utilize it for our own benefit. We must understand that the Earth as it is benefiting us all the time.